It's that time of year again, when students, parents, and campuses across the country pore over one of higher education's most watched scorecards. U.S. News & World Report has published its 41st Best Colleges list, and the 2026 edition offers a revealing snapshot of American universities, along with fresh reminders of the pressures they face. First, the headline numbers. Stability reigns at the very top. Princeton keeps the #1 spot among national universities, followed by MIT at number 2 and Harvard at number 3. Stanford and Yale share 4th place. Rounding out the top 10 are Chicago, Duke, Johns Hopkins, Northwestern, and the University of Pennsylvania. Among public institutions, the UC California system still sets the pace. UC Berkeley and UCLA claim the first and second positions, respectively, followed by the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. The University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and the University of Virginia are tied for 4th. What does it take to crack the upper ranks as a public university? Consider the University of Texas at Austin. It sits #1 in Texas, #7 nationally among publics, and #30 overall. 24 of its undergraduate programs land in the national top 10. 6, including accounting and petroleum engineering, reach the top 5. U.S. News cites graduation and retention as major drivers, and UT Austin's numbers are hard to beat. A record 4-year graduation rate above 75% and a first-year retention rate over 97%. Low average debt and strong alumni salaries round out a profile the rankings reward. Yet this year's list arrives amid turbulence for higher education. Institutions are juggling budget shortfalls, enrollment dips, and rising operating costs, pressures that have already led some campuses to trim programs and staff. Political crosscurrents add to the strain. Legal clashes over admissions, threats to federal funding, and state-level interference in governance have amplified concerns about academic freedom. On the horizon looms a demographic shift expected to shrink the pool of traditional college-age students. Meanwhile, public skepticism about the price tag and payoff of a degree continues to mount. All of this intensifies an old debate. How much weight should anyone give these rankings? Critics have long argued that the U.S. News formula can be gamed, favors wealthier institutions, and undervalues teaching quality. Misreported data scandals haven't helped its credibility, and in recent years, several professional schools have boycotted the survey outright. Still, the rankings wield undeniable influence over applications, fundraising, and reputations, creating what detractors call an unhealthy chase for prestige. So while the 2026 leaderboard may look familiar, the context is anything but. The numbers tell one story about select metrics. The larger story is whether colleges can adapt to financial, political, and demographic headwinds and convince families that the education they offer is worth the investment. The latest U.S. News report is a snapshot, not a verdict, but it keeps the conversation about the future of American higher ed squarely in focus.